The first speaker is George Blakemore.
You have me number one, where you can steal my minutes, manipulate my minutes. Anyway, I heard something through the grapevine, no, through public radio and TV, say the most racist city, Dr. King said, was the city of Chicago. The most corrupt city in America, on the news I heard, was the city of Chicago. Something is wrong. If the city is racist and if the city is corrupt, something is wrong with the people. Something is wrong with the people here to let this go on. Now, this saga between immigrants and this Hispanic Rosa, did you know that? You know what that means? When you hit somebody, well, that's a felony. When you're pulling on somebody, we need zero tolerance when our elected officials decide to do battery. He doesn't deserve any to be on this. You appointed him as your floor leader, so I hold you responsible too, because you didn't know what you was doing. You didn't know what Chicago is disgraceful. Illegal immigrants are coming in. Illegal. And you know why they're coming? To place the native blacks. A sanctuary. Anybody needs sanctuary is black people. We need this. There's something wrong with us black people. Get rid of all of these black aldermen. We got black faces in high places, but they don't represent black people. On the plantation, you know what the white man made? He didn't make a strong black man. And some of you all still have a plantation mentality. All of y'all, now you looked at race, Paul Vallis, I didn't vote for. Brandon Johnson, I didn't vote for, because I know neither one of them wasn't about nothing. And nothing from nothing lead nothing. The most racist city, Dr. King said, and on the news they say the most corrupt city of all the cities is the city of Chicago. Is that my kind of town? No. No. Does Black Lives Matter here? No. So the system is broke. The system is broke. The white ones are not a piece of nothing. The black ones, the Hispanic, the Asian, all of them.
Thank you, Mr.
My name's Izzy Doble. I'm the political director for the Chicago Federation of Labor. The Chicago Federation of Labor is the umbrella organization for Chicago and Cook County's labor unions, from airline pilots to zookeepers. The Chicago Federation of Labor's 300 affiliated unions and their 500,000 members represent a diverse group of workers throughout the area. As the CFL, we fight for the hardworking people of Chicago, from baristas to laborers to healthcare workers. We fight to uplift the working families in our city. I am speaking in support of the paid time off ordinance before you today. This ordinance would remove the barriers for working people to take necessary time off to do whatever they need. Nationally, for the bottom 10% of workers, people who make $15 an hour and below, 62% do not have access to paid days off. These workers are working many times more than 40 hours a week and working multiple jobs. When a situation arises, workers are often faced with the decision of taking a day off or making their bills. This is very personal to me and my family, many of whom are low-wage workers and miss out on family events, rest, and even holidays because they cannot afford to miss a day's pay. In a sharp contrast to low-wage workers, 93% of the top 50% of workers, people who make over $53,000 a year, have access to paid time off. I want to be clear, this ordinance directly uplifts working people and closes the gap for the lowest paid earners and strengthens the middle class. This policy will help improve the lives of working people in our city, and it's a choice this chamber gets to make. Chicago is a pro-worker city. Our workers are the pillars that make our city stand. They deserve a day off for any purpose. This ordinance is a further expansion of the initiative to make the workplace more equitable, accessible, and pro-worker for all. We hope we see the council pass this ordinance today and continue the fight for justice for all workers. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Carter Truss, and I am here on behalf of not just the Austin community, but also Black residents of the city of Chicago. And one of the things that we saw in City Hall chambers on today, as well as on Thursday, was the misuse of power. What we saw was people being discriminated against. We saw people being disenfranchised for the right to vote on something that they felt we needed to have a referendum on. So I stand here today saying that there is a division in this city, and it is being caused by our elected officials for not standing up for the Black citizens of this city. Right. I've seen people walking around with shirts on that says "Bring Chicago Home," and that's really about people who are not from here. But what about the people who are at home here in Chicago? Our mayor went to fight for billions of dollars for migrants. Who's going to fight for monies for the Black community who has been left out time after time? What we're saying to you is we are tired. I don't know if you're going to continue to disenfranchise us, continue to not hear us, continue to pretend that our voices don't matter, but we're saying to you, when we show up today in numbers, we're saying that you're not going to continue to ignore us. You're not going to continue to pretend like our voices don't count. We are here today to tell you that not only do we count, we're not only here to say it, but we're here to show it. While you guys are building coalitions within city council to help out people who don't live here, you better be building coalitions to help out the people who are here. Because we are certainly building coalitions for ourselves. Because see, we see that you don't have our voice. We see that because Emerson Park is still closed and there are no services being provided there. Our seniors are still out of their park. And I say to our mayor, who knows me personally and knows that I have been advocating for parks for the last 35 years, why you would think that it would be okay for you to attempt to put migrants in my park and not have a conversation with me is beyond me. I don't understand it. But I'll say to you and every other elected official, you better start talking to your people. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Howard Ray. I'm from the west side of Chicago. I don't live too far from the mayor currently. How you doing, Mayor? These are questions, yes and no. And for the rest of the aldermen, I sent out emails to you guys under cwhpcc@gmail.com. And these questions are, one, what's your priority? Is your priority?
Excuse me, sir, sorry. This is just public comment. It's only for comments, no questions at this time, just public comment.
Well, I can ask the question though, but so the question is, what is your priority? Is your priority to house the migrant? I think we know what your answer is. The second question is your priority to get the demands and wants of the Black community and advocate for those. And the other questions are this. The other statement is this. We've been canvassing the whole Chicagoland area, west side, south side, east side. And what we came up with is that a lot of people are fearing that putting the migrants in the neighborhood is going to cause a civil war. And because they're scared of possible diseases that could be brought in. They're scared of possible criminal elements that could be brought in. So what we're asking is to put the migrants at the McCormick Place and the CCDOC. Now the CCDOC is the former boot camp place where you can house almost 7,000 people. Now the thing is, it's up to you, Mayor, to talk to your old boss, Preckwinkle, the county president. We're going to ask her, can we use those divisions? Because at the 26th of California, there's a lot of jail cells that's not being used. So the other thing is this: why do we have to have a referendum when we can vote today on to end a sanctuary city. Referendum to me is a time to waste, because even with the referendum, it still doesn't hold any teeth. But if you use your executive power, or the alderman use this on a budget, if the aldermen say we want to earmark this with the budget, then we should earmark with this budget. So forget about the referendum. And the other thing is, what I got, 56. Yeah, Mayor, Mayor, hold on. Yeah, Mayor, hold on. But if you can nod your head, would the CCD, OC, and the McCormick place be good? Because there we can quarantine the people and get the medical help as far as vaccination, and then we can fingerprint them. Yeah, I know. All right, so no, it ain't over yet. Hold on. Wait. So there's some people that want me to ask this. It says, Article 4, Section 4, the Constitution requires government to protect and defend our borders. If government does not, the Constitution, by virtue of the named part herein, authorize the free citizen to defend themselves and their state in place of treason government. No, and not.
Thank you so much.
How you doing? My name is Andre Smith. As Democrats, we talk about the Republicans suppressing the vote. That's exactly what we've done today. Democrats suppressed other Democrats' votes and from voting against Sanctuary City. We have a right as legal citizens in Chicago to vote whether we want a sanctuary city or not. You cannot suppress nor deny our vote. You must put it to the floor and allow us, and put it in a referendum and allow us as residents, the same residents that voted for you to be representing us. Now, number two, Alderman Sarosa, or Rarosa, or whatever your name. You really don't even deserve a name at this point. If you are truly sorry, and you really want to be forgiven, show us your text message before the assault and after the assault. Show us the text messages. Because there had to be a plan for you to do what you had to do, and 9 out of 10, since you have conversations on your cell phone, and that's part of public public records, show us your texts before the assault and after the assault. Thank you.
Mama D. Evangel Yanubian. Hallelujah, greetings. As a crimes against humanity descendant, Jim Crow genocide survivor, and member of untreated, hard mind, and subjugated race, poverty damage, it is written in the Black History Bible book, whose hero is a woolly-haired man with bronze-colored feet to match his bronze-colored face, that love thy neighbor as thyself, not love thy neighbor instead of thyself. That's twisted. Therefore, I stand in opposition of the non-binary sanctuary referendum because it is a stalling technique. Waiting until March will allow 150,000 more sanctuary asylum seekers to join the millions of sanctuary settlers that are already here committing the perfect crime, buying homes from American citizens and voting by mail, using their name, committing the perfect crime of identity theft. Mayor Washington started the sanctuary status welcoming. Mayor Brandon can stop it with an executive order. If City Council started it, City Council can vote to stop it. Therefore, my question, they can stop it, and they should stop it and keep Chicago from being ruined like New York because of this sanctuary targeting. The only thing that should be done at referendum should be a referendum for the people to recall any elected official that is not impeachable because because we elected them, and if they're not representing us, we should be able to fire them. They are in violation of the 14th Amendment. You have the power to stop the sanctuary targeting. Why don't you use it?
Use what you got to get what you